as Lantern dances.
We're listening to, like, the cheat doing a light switch rave. The system is down. What the? Curse of Dragon?
You wish.
So Light, how you figure this makes us
At least that would be better than whatever this is.
One step closer to Vanille. How's that? Well, when you put it that way.
So we're on a mission from God to do something of some sort involving stuff.
Yes.
Because
Really does look like Curse of Dragon.
Because we have a V with us today.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I do perhaps exist.
Hi, Becca.
Finally, the fourth person on the thumbnail.
Yeah, Lamau, I've just kind of been not here. Sorry.
I mean, you were here for the first one. You were just on mute.
And asleep.
Yes, you did in fact fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'll do my best to keep an eye on chat, but I make no guarantees.
Well, right now it's Becca saying hi to V.
I'm looking at the chat, no worries. Also,
Yes, but I like
Becca.
communicating with the chat, especially when Becca's there, because Becca is Bryn.
Yes.
Becca is awesome.
Yes.
Becca is awesome. And that... I want to summon, Gaia the Fierce Knight.
I used to have that card.
I think I have a copy of Cursed Dragon somewhere.
Yeah,
I
like
definitely have a Dark Magician.
when I was in high school, I had the Yugi deck, and then I gifted that to somebody when I got the Joey Wheeler deck, and then I misplaced the Joey Wheeler deck. So.
Imagine by some twist of fate, I ended up with your Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
That would be really funny.
It would be hilarious, but highly unlikely.
Yep.
Did you happen to keep your Yu-Gi-Oh cards in a wooden box?
I did not. Unless I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Because these Yu-Gi-Oh cards I found came in a giant wooden box with a clasp.
If the name
Giant is a bit of a misnomer.
If the names either Spinard or Eshelman were on the box, then it's quite possible you have my cards. Hi, Vanille. Hi, Saz.
And Chuck.
Yes.
And Chuck.
Go hug your mother/sister figure.
People ship them together hard.
Huh?
Which is illegal.
I know, but still.
That is a child. Yeah, this game is weirdly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been less than 5 minutes, and I'm seeing that with these weird-ass paper clip dragons.
They
Yes.
they kind of remind me of the Quetzalcoatl summon from FF8, and yes, I think it did have a butt mouth.
Yes, it has two mouths, one of which is on its butt.
Ah, my ass butt! My beak
Also, I
mouth!
have to permit that.
At least it's not dentata.
Yeah.
Oh, don't make me sing the song. I'll do
Please
it.
don't.
I'll
not.
do it.
Lantern, I will pay you $5 to not.
I'm a little confused. What's the song that apparently Yowza
You
doesn't want you to sing?
don't ask, don't think about it. Don't want to know.
As I
what if
look
I do
at Star, as I look at Star questioningly, should
There is
I?
a solid chance that that song would be against Twitch TOS. I'm just saying.
That is probably true.
Yeah, probably.
For the sake of everyone and Star's stream, I would recommend not.
I remember, like, one of my first interactions with Carl was, like, I brought up the existence of that song in the first Discord server I ever was in, and Carl messages me and she's like, I really want to know what the song is. Okay. Here you go!
I really hate that I know the song.
What a wonderful phrase!
Oh. Oh. I remember this now.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
I can't believe I
thing.
forgot about that. Why must you make me remember it?
See, the only reason I remembered it is because I was scrolling in Queen server and I saw Lantern talking about the song at some point in the past. And I was like, why must I think about this?
Two-thirds of my interactions with Queen are basically like, well, this thing happened to me once. No, it didn't, you're lying! No, it very much did. What are you?
Yeah, that was my interactions with you originally. Now I just kind of accept whatever you say as fact.
Listen, I'm a very boring person. Butt tattoo.
Yep.
What?
Time.
Yeah, pretty much, we were all chosen by Robot God to be their servants. We don't know how to serve God but if we don't get it after a certain point, we turn into zombies, and our tattoos show us how long we have before that happens, and Vanille just happens to have hers on her butt.
I see. Couldn't have it
Also,
anywhere else.
the government is racist against us.
Yes, they keep trying to kill us.
Take down the sanctum and give Cocoon back to the
But why?
Because they think we're going to destroy the world.
Pretty much.
Solid chance that we're going to destroy the world anyways.
Yes. And also, Fang and Vanille are actually time travelers, essentially. They were originally servants of God. They served it properly, turned to crystal, because if you serve them right, you turn into crystal and live immortal. They came back, and for some reason, Vanille remembered everything. Fang remembers nothing, and her brand is messed up.
Vanille, go fish. Got it.
Oh, time to unleash the hentai tentacle staff again.
But now it has a different purpose.
See? Hentai tentacle staff.
Why? Why must you call it that, first of all?
Because it has tentacles.
But because, like, in the first battle with Vanille in our party, like, oh, she has a staff, she's gonna beat someone with, wait, what the fuck? Why are there tentacles?
Also, she moans a lot, like a weird amount.
She's a very horny Australian.
Robot burb.
I'm on to you.
Oh, it's just a burb.
Fun fact about owls, they're nature's slowest flying bird.
They also hunger for the flesh from my bones.
That's most birds, Lantern.
Believe in Lady Luck now?
Yeah. Lady Bad Luck.
Also, Saz is the only one with a brain cell.
Yep.
You got it. Yeah.
Maybe don't do that. I don't know what that does.
Oh, that's how we, not die.
Okay, then do that.
Because it's funny. I don't know what's going on, really. Also, Vanille is the narrator.
If we stuck together, somehow we could change our fate.
But the future
Change our
refused to
fate.
change.
Change our fate, Persona music starts playing.
Or brave.
Or Brave.
God, Griffin was trying to get me in on Persona years ago, and I still have never played.
I don't know if you would like it. Because it's a lot of stuff you gotta keep track of.
Leslie's through there.
Yeah, that might be a little stressful for me.
We're still gonna have our talk.
Like, money management is important in that game.
God, I don't want that.
I gotta do that in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah. For some money management is weirdly important in that game.
Also, yay! Now we can switch between party members!
For the first time in the entire fucking game.
Yep.
Yep.
After
Because after 10,000 years.
Okay. So fucking confused.
Yes, because you are, this is what, we've been, how many streams have we done of this? Like 5?
Yeah. It's been a
So that's-
while.
Yeah.
That's about 15 hours of content you missed, give or take.
But it's fine, we're just as lost as you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm following is that we are subjectively the good guys, question mark?
Subjectively.
We're guys. Good things happened adjacent to us, I think?
I mean, Snow did kind of shoot into a crowd of civilians.
That wasn't our fault though, right?
No, it definitely was. He did that.
That was absolutely our fault.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to get
Well,
the crowd
me?
away from the people so they wouldn't explode, but he still shot bullets at
Yeah.
civilians.
Okay, but why though?
Because there was going to be a large explosion from the government.
As one does.
Pretty much.
And the Chocobo doesn't really do much, but it exists.
Yeah, me in a nutshell.
Yes, also, the Chocobo lives in Saz's hair, and since it doesn't have a name, I named it Chuck.
Fair enough.
I mean, it does have a name, but you don't hear about it until the second game.
There are 3 of these.
Yep.
Okay, but why?
I guess it
Exactly.
was popular enough to get one.
And yes, that robotic owl is like Broge.
Oh!
Broge is
The oysters are
best
from the
boy.
Rappahannock, you say, Becca?
Hey.
Rappahannock, as opposed to the Mattapanai, which is in a similar area.
I am
Rappahannock.
I am right in tickling distance of you.
Sometimes I like to egg one or the other of them on because I think it's cute.
Mwah.
Also, that noise means Lantern is probably biting Sar.
At the moment. There he goes.
Becca is just like, occasionally I cause problems on purpose.
That is my life story.
But yeah, the Rappahannock empties out into the Chesapeake Bay, so I'd assume it's closer to the mouth of the river that you're getting the oysters. Christianas, I can't remember if that was a thing when I was living in Williamsburg.
All I know is that I don't know anything.
That sounds about right.
No thoughts, head empty. I'm just digesting various meat.
I'm suddenly reminded of the scene from the last episode of Girl Meets World where Eric Matthews meets back up with Beanie.
I'm going to pretend any of those words made sense.
Oh, enjoy your dinner, Becca.
Yes.
Why?
Bye, Becca.
I'm not talking to you! I'm not talking to you either! Fine! Double fine! I taught you that! I taught you everything else! Then why don't I know anything?
Also, Courage shows up every so often to question existence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
He's probably gonna be messaging me about family stuff later.
Yeah.
Because my parents are actually coming to this part of the country later this week. They're on their way.
Yep.
You know what to
Scorpion? Like, look at those guys' masks and tell me those don't look like Scorpion's mask.
I can sort of see it. Get over here!
Give Scorpion a gun. He'll solve everything in 5 seconds.
You're not wrong. I
I
don't
was-
even
I
know
was-
who the Scorpion is, but yeah.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Target's a target.
Oh, yeah.
I was more a Sub-Zero guy.
I thought you were a
I get
Reptile
that.
guy.
I mean, Reptile's my top favorite, but of the two rivals, I was more a Sub-Zero guy. Alrighty,
Okie doke. Enjoy the noms.
enjoy the noms.
We had pork
Enjoy.
chops.
I used some of that Carolina Gold sauce on it.
Goes way better than the Alabama.
We
Snow uses his fists to fight everything.
Yes.
Snow casts punch.
Okay, for V, weapon recap.
Okay.
Lightning, the pink-haired lady, uses a gun sword.
Okay.
Zaz uses 2 pistols.
Okay.
Snow just punches everything.
I mean, fair enough.
Vanille, the smaller pink-haired girl, uses the tentacle staff, because
Okay.
that's what it is. Hope, the guy with the white hair, who I absolutely despise,
He's a white
uses a
little kid.
slingshot.
He uses a boomerang.
He uses a boomerang, yeah.
Oh, boomerang, yes, not a slingshot.
That's somehow even worse.
Yeah, uses a boomerang.
and he spent half the game hating on Snow because Snow helped get his mom killed.
That wasn't entirely Snow's fault.
Yeah.
And Fang uses a staff. It's more of a spear, honestly.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it.
That's
Time
it.
for another approach.
Oh, and we met Hope's dad, who is generic Mick Masterson. He is the single most basic NPC you've ever seen.
He looked like Martin Sheen, and in fact sounded like Martin Sheen, and I'm not convinced that he wasn't in fact Martin Sheen.
I can
Rod.
check. Hold on, let me check.
Also, hello, Sarat.
Hi, Rod.
We're about to fight the Pope.
Because we're playing Grandia 2, evidently.
Yeah.
Win this. Back off.
Listen, you're assuming we know what's happened in this game. We don't. And we've been
Yeah.
playing it for like 5 streams.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. His name is Bartholomew. That's hilarious.
No.
His Japanese name is Barutome. No, wait, Barutorome.
Off balance.
The
It
Choco.
is not, in fact, Martin Sheen.
Damn it.
Change of plan.
It's Andre Soglioso. I can't pronounce that, but it's not Martin Sheen.
Damn it. And as far as we know, it's not the Choco Pope, and I don't think he Choco twerks in our Choco phase.
No.
But then again, he might.
He seems a little too old for that.
Yeah. We did see Carl in this game. She's one of the
Okay,
bad guys.
Yep.
Yes, Carl is evil, which is why Carl is now Carla Roth. Okay, so basically, story recap as far as I can tell. Robot God gave us a mission that was incredibly unclear, and now we have to do it or we turn into monsters, and if we do it, we turn into crystal statues. Also, the government is racist towards us for being servants of Robot God.
Instructions unclear at soup.
Instructions unclear. Hope is now in microwave.
Yeah.
Can I add him to the cliff list, please?
Go for it.
Yes.
Hope is now at the top of the cliff list.
He was on the cliff list before we started Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch parties.
Everything about this game is either
Oh, okay, I can't change the leader at this
so
time.
bad it's funny, or really, really dumb.
Well, like, I can see elements of a decent game in here, but for the most part, it's like...
Yeah. I just want V to experience the noises Vanille makes in battle.
Okay then.
Like, she'd make so much noise for no reason.
I see.
I got to make the best joke about that.
Yep.
Yes, you did.
Surratt was proud of me making that joke. So every character has like different, not classes exactly, but like roles they can take in combat, and you set them up in different ways. Look, the system makes absolutely zero sense to me, but it makes sense to Star, and she's the one with the controller, so that's what counts.
Yeah. Like, half the stuff here doesn't make sense.
Like, watching Star play this is making me go, like, when I finally crack open Xenoblade again, Star is going to be the one at the controls of that, because she can handle it better.
Come on, enemies, hit Vanille.
Thanks.
There we go.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
What?
Yeah. And she makes those noises every time she gets hit.
Okay.
Even the voice actor was very much like, I don't like making all these moaning noises.
Yeah, this, like, I'm not blaming the voice actor for this. This is clearly on the voice director.
Yeah.
Can you make those moans when you get hit sound more sensual? Why?
It's purely for gameplay reasons.
Yeah, okay.
I do kind of hope we get to punch the Pope in the face.
I mean, we're gonna soon, right?
He feels like more of the final boss type thing.
Again, spoilers for Grandia 2, the final boss is in fact the Pope in that game.
Also, these are just the stormtroopers with backpacks.
Fair enough.
And
they fly
also,
now.
they already could fly. Why are you pointing that out? Like, it was a known fact that stormtroopers could fly before that point.
Maybe he didn't see them fly before.
Yeah, but, like, there was no reason to point it out. I have opinions on those movies.
Force Awakens... and I'm about to get crucified here. Force Awakens was fine. Not great. Not great.
I'm not saying they were bad.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I would have preferred what they did with in Legends.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Because
Like-
that was an already made story that they could have adapted. Hell, Luke Skywalker gets to be happy in Legends.
He does.
Yeah.
He
Sort
gets
of.
to get married and have kids.
But like, Force Awakens was okay, not spectacular, but I was like, okay, I see seeds of things that are gonna be great. I'm one of those weird bastards who love Last Jedi. If you don't love it, I get it. I do, I genuinely do. But there's so many elements of The Last Jedi that I do like. Rise of Skywalker. So many parts of that were painful, and what makes it worse is that, like, several of the things that pissed me off about that movie would have been very simple fixes to not make me mad about it.
3 words. Somehow Palpatine returned. It's not explained at all.
You have to read like a comic book from the back of a cereal box, but there's one way they could have done that very easily, and I wouldn't have been mad about it. So, we get to the end of Last Jedi, and after Kylo Ren screws the pooch on trying to catch what's left of the Resistance, he goes back to his room and he's about to throw a temper tantrum, and there's a message waiting for him on his computer. He opens it up, and you just hear the Emperor's laughing. If they had done that, and then when Jedi started, when Rise of Skywalker started to talk about the dead speak, like, I would have been excited because it's like, oh my god, the Emperor is back! How did he come back? I'm gonna be waiting for 1.5 years for this! Oh boy, hype! As opposed to just, oh yeah, we pulled the Emperor out of our ass because that worked for people like the Emperor, right? And like, Emperor Palpatine is one of my favorite things about the Star Wars movies in general.
He's a great character in all of the movies. He's fantastic. And then you get there.
For you to do something where his presence pisses me off, you have screwed something up horribly.
Yeah. You want to know an example of a good new movie? Rogue One.
I love Rogue
That was
One.
good. I love Rogue One. Because I actually cared about those characters. Also, for all intents and purposes, R2-D2 is the last Skywalker.
Yeah.
Rey, you are not a Skywalker and you never will be.
Finn got a raw deal in those movies.
Yeah, like a stormtrooper Jedi? That concept sounds amazing.
Like, there was so much potential there, and nah.
Yeah, then they fucked him over.
Yep.
Like, there was so much potential.
My sister does have a huge crush on Oscar Isaac, though.
Well, that's just because he's Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, right, we're running. There he is, the Pope and Carl. Carl broke her glasses earlier.
She got replacements, I think.
Burb.
Oh no, she didn't.
Your Eminence, please escape. I'll cover your retreat.
Why don't you leave, Jill? Or rather,
Her name is Jill.
leave.
Lame.
Humans have no business here.
What? Your Eminence!
Oh, Carl just got fired.
Literally.
Magic?
Oh, Pope is God. Or something.
Monster! People are not yours to use! What else does one do with tools?
Admittedly, that was pretty cool.
It's a factory built by Falsi. A factory for the mass production of human flaws.
Okay. Okay. I like where you're going with this game.
What can mere men do?
So like I said, Robo Pope.
Spontaneous
That's a stupid fucking name.
voice of the
I'm
sound
just
Yeah,
gonna call you Bart and move on.
of the confounded sea.
The Dark God, but oh my, what is its face? What the?
Darkness.
You were doing so well for like 30 seconds.
You begged us for the
I guess
No,
they're
it wasn't.
Maybe they're trying to go for like the, the more biblical version of the angels.
It looks like a Michael Bay Transformer.
your place.
It looks like
Megatron?
it looks like a bad Michael Bay Transformer.
Why does it have so many heads?
Nothing to you?
This is the power of sea.
I'm just gonna call him Fart and move on. Yeah, Fart's the better name.
Oh my god, its heads are singing the musical score.
Yep.
That's
Imagine-
kind of cursed. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Imagine being so full of yourself, you play your own background backing track while walking around.
Nah, bro. Couldn't be me.
This is simultaneously amazing and painfully stupid.
I just can't believe he killed Carl.
Take down the enemy.
I kinda wanted them to fight Carl.
I was looking forward to more Carl shenanigans.
Nope, Carl dead now.
Oh, that's...
But Carl needs to do hot girl shit.
Follow my lead.
Yes. And with Carl's birthday coming up, she is allowed to.
Yes.
Wait, what is going on?
About another month.
Yep.
You can do
Oh,
Like August 2nd, I think? Or the 4th, one of those.
Yeah, early August.
Oh. He does have hands. I didn't notice.
He's kind of just resting his big robot Pope chin.
He doesn't appear to have legs. Or like a torso. Thank you, Vanille, for moaning. Use the power of the horny to defeat the Christians.
Oh, there's a Pope here.
oh. No, I... Oh.
The Pope uses the power of cornflakes.
Oh, okay.
Just
That is only funny if you know the history of cornflakes.
It's hilarious if you know the history of cornflakes. I'm a Kellogg.
Yes, you are. And the only reason I know the history of cornflakes is because I learned it.
Let me switch up parties just to see.
Graham cracker, same damn origin, different damn hospital.
Yep. I wish I had graham crackers right now, actually. I just want to chew on something. Lantern, you got any hardtack?
I could make hardtack.
Right?
It is so easy to make hardtack.
What?
Imagine the driest, hardest to chew biscuit that you can think of.
In fact, that
Make it 10 times worse.
biscuit's historical origins are from hardtack.
Yeah. I know my food history. Kinda.
I'm not gonna question it, but fair
It is
enough.
the worst biscuit you can imagine.
Yeah,
It's not even a biscuit.
it was basically this, well, it does involve lipid and dough, but yeah, it was a food stuff that sailors could take that would keep.
The immortal bread.
Yep.
I
Except
see.
the bread tastes god awful.
Dwarf bread. You look like
nothing to you.
you look like the Oscar Isaac version of Apocalypse.
This will be quick.
Which means you look like one of the fucking California raisins. Or Ivanhoe's.
He looks like, you know, there is a Jesus Transformer.
Of course there is.
It turns from a cross into Jesus.
This is the power.
Who's surprised?
I mean, there's a version of Megatron that turns into a gun.
Yeah, that was the original version, as I recall, or the Gen 2.
I don't remember. Reminds me of a story I read recently where a guy used the Megatron gun to defend his house to scare off burglars.
That's kind of badass.
He just kind of waved it around and yelled, "I have a gun."
Fair enough.
I mean, it looks enough like an actual gun to work.
Thank you.
Speaking of guns and stuff, I've been looking at Call of Cthulhu stuff.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I didn't know there were 100 different classes.
See, the one time I played, I was a substitute player, basically whenever... Because we were playing at a college, whenever one of the players had to be out, I would fill in and take their character. The campaign was inspired by one of the prequels to The Exorcist. In fact, it's the prequel to The Exorcist I have actually seen that inspired it. And that campaign is why I'm banned from Dynamite.
This will be quick.
That makes sense.
This will be quick.
Yeah, Starscream would absolutely hold Megatron and fire him at shit.
This
Take down power. You can do it.
No, there's an actual strategy to this. I don't remember what it is.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Behold the power of cheese.
Well, there I go again.
Just.
To be fair, I could also be on her level too, because I wasn't fighting every little thing.
And we're doing this on easy mode, so...
Yeah,
We're doing this on slacker mode, everybody.
exactly. 'cause
This is the easy version of this boss.
yeah.
Dude. That's amazing. I remember as a kid we had like 3 of the 6 Constructicons and we really, really wanted to build Devastator, but we couldn't because we didn't have all of it. We had tiny little Transformers. All my cousins had the big ass ones and the Megazord.
We had something from... I forget which version of Power Rangers it was. Hold on. I need to look at the list of all the types of Power Rangers. Morphin. No, it's not you. Stan Lee.
Stan Lee was a Power Ranger?
He apparently had something to do with Power Rangers.
Huh.
It was Mega Force. We had one of their transforming things and one of the masks.
Huh.
Neat.
I don't know what happened to him.
Wah.
You're a penguin now?
Maybe.
Rave time.
Just
Disco. What is love Baby, don't hurt me. Wah, 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 wah.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'm sure Bart here is saying fascinating things as we're beating the shit out of him, but
If only we could hear them. I mean, I can't. All I hear is loud metal.
Thanks. Let's go!
Okay, this is going way better now.
Yay! Violence is good.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
you and your stupid 8 heads.
Yeah.
There are 5.
Listen,
Unless I miscounted.
he's not important enough for me to count them.
Damn.
Bartendulous!
I'm busy enjoying my favorite pastime, bullying Waffle.
I thought your favorite pastime was bullying V.
No, I love V. There's a difference.
Oh, okay.
Granted, it's not a huge difference, but it is a difference.
That's fair.
Can't believe I get bullied.
I think we're like, what, 10, 12 hours in, 15 maybe?
Yeah, we're getting
I'd say 16-ish. If I had a guess.
Follow my lead!
Enough to be super confused either way.
Too far in for me to still be lost about the plot, really.
Okay, let me see how. What's the internet say? How long is
Ignorant of your place.
48 hours?
Follow my lead!
We're all gonna fucking die.
And it says it'll take 105 if you want to 100% it.
well,
No,
we're not doing that.
that's too much effort.
Because there's also a New Game Plus.
We don't need to do that.
No, we don't.
Y'all can do that in your own time.
Exactly.
As long as I don't have to be there. I love this. I love hanging out with you guys, but I'm not getting paid to be here.
That is fair.
Wait, we get paid?
No, that's the point.
Follow my lead!
I do like hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
We love having you, and again, we'd love to hang out with y'all in person sometime, since we're now in more of a position where we could potentially do that.
Exactly.
Simply get on the train with me to go visit V. It's not that hard.
I mean, we have the Metro North line literally right across from the apartment.
Yep.
Imagine, like, I thought I'd be like one person would be visiting. Turns out 3.
I don't have enough. Wait, yes, I do. I absolutely have enough money for that. What am I saying? I 100% could if I really wanted to.
That'd be insane, of course, but you know.
Granted, I would probably be flat broke after that, but
We prefer not to have you be flat broke, because
Yeah.
we know there's important shit you need to do.
Yeah.
yes, like, live.
Yeah, like, live, yeah. Pretty much.
That is, at the top of my list, that is the most important thing to me. Living.
Yup. Pretty
Sometimes
important.
it sinks down that list, but currently it's at the top.
Well, that's good.
Even though my arm and shoulder keep trying to kill me.
Follow my lead.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'll ask them to take a look at it.
Well, that's good.
Because I would like this to not. Because it's like it's gotten to the point where it's starting to keep me up at night.
Yeah, that's never fun.
No.
Because I don't know. I have to like regularly take pain medication. I'm having a great time.
Again, I know that feeling.
Yeah. It's like I can still articulate and move it. It just hurts sometimes for no reason. And it's like from my left chest, like my left I'm just gonna cut my left pectoral through my arm as well.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like you probably pulled something
In my
pec-wise.
chest.
Yeah. You
that's
pulled
what
a
the-
boob muscle, buddy.
Yeah. That's what they said on the phone. And they gave me exercises to help. And I've been doing them. They just suck.
They take time to make a difference. My mom's a physical therapist, so
Yeah.
she was all about
Thanks.
like, Lantern, you're in pain, you need to do the exercises. I'm doing the exercises, Ma.
Yep.
Yeah, but for me, I've never actually done physical therapy, really. I've done, what's the other one? OT?
Occupational therapy?
Yes. I've done that one. Specifically for my handwriting.
Wow, so have I, weirdly.
Because my handwriting was so bad in elementary school that none of my teachers could read it. I was the only one who could read my own handwriting.
There are days I can't read my own handwriting.
My
Still
handwriting's
hasn't seen my handwriting. It looks
My
like
handwriting's
stroke
gotten
victim.
better. My handwriting's gotten better, but it's still pretty bad. You wanna know what I didn't learn? Scripts. I can't write in scripts.
Yeah, they made a big deal of us learning cursive when I was in elementary school. It's like, oh, you're always gonna write in this, and like one of my friends is like, we're never gonna have to write in cursive, and it's like, oh, but the adults will tell you. And I'm like, yeah, my parents write in cursive all the time. Fast forward 5 years, we're doing everything on the computer.
Yeah.
Fuck, you don't need to write in
Yeah.
cursive.
See, the only reason my sister knows is because my grandmother insisted on teaching her.
Follow my lead.
Like, she didn't offer to teach me or my brother. She very clearly had a favorite grandkid.
Dang.
Bartandalus.
All for one, you mean that guy from My Hero Academia?
I should watch that at some point.
I've been told by Waffle that I should save that for last,
Okay.
because he does not like it.
Some of my friends, it's like one of their favorite shows.
Yeah, but this is Waffle. Waffle only appreciates All Might, and that's about it.
God looks like he's about to blow up.
Yeah.
He might.
Yay.
Yeah, it's a bad thing if he explodes while we're here. Try disaster. No. Buy disaster.
Like my Octopath Traveler senses are making me go like, okay, he needs to die like now.
My sense is anything that makes that much noise and isn't attacking is probably going to explode. Anyways, V, you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I am.
See,
Do
so
you
Rock gets what I'm
understand what-
saying.
Yeah.
Do you understand what's happening?
Absolutely not.
Then you're appreciating this game correctly.
Oh, yay.
None of us know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I am definitely paying attention.
Oh, I stopped paying attention once the battle started. I'm just making jokes every time I glance over.
Yeah.
Tireless charge. Does that mean I don't have to sleep anymore?
God, wouldn't that be nice?
God, if I didn't need sleep, it would be over for everyone.
Yeah. Be so much more productive. Oh my god.
I would be so much more productive. I would have time to relax. I mean, I already have time to relax, but still. I could sit and listen to the various audio stories on my phone. I use those to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's fair.
We put on various video game music, by which I mean I put on various video game music, and Star is willing to put up with it.
I mean,
Like,
to be fair, video game
I-
music is good.
The thing is, I can listen to a story to go to sleep. I can't listen to music to go to sleep. Because my musician brain starts analyzing the music.
Oh,
So I think more when there's music, not less. But with a story, on the other hand, I can just enjoy having a story read to me. Especially when said story is 3 hours long and it's great.
Thanks.
good to know. Good to know.
There's this one channel I always listen to because they have like really long and these aren't like book stories, these are stories that the person has written themselves. And it's really good.
Follow my lead.
You will taste agony.
Also, I'm a sucker for the friends to lovers trope.
Gee, I wonder why.
Look, I was a sucker for it before I even met you, but it did help.
Oh.
I just find it
There
so
we go.
nice.
It is nice, yes.
Enemies to lovers is like a subset of that. I prefer rivals to lovers to purely enemies to lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Like Catra and Adora from She-Ra.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't Eden controlling things after all.
As I said,
Oh, he's not dead.
Lord Sorrow.
No, you're the Pope.
Ease is not the issue. You have not fought to win. You should know quite well already the sure way of dispatching our kind. Ragnarok.
Oh no, Ragnarok. Ooh, spooky.
Damn.
Beautiful to see. You've forgotten your focus. Ragnarok is the beast one of you must become in order to lay waste to
Ragnarok was also the name of the spaceship in Final Fantasy VIII. It's a really cool looking spaceship, too.
become that monstrosity. Defeat Orphan and
Oh, he can use instant transmission.
Yep.
the font of Eden's power. Orphan fuels Eden with strength, and Eden in turn sustains you and the rest of our kind.
20 bucks says Fang turns into it.
Destroy Orphan, and you'll release a force such as this world has never seen. Cocoon will be torn asunder.
So if I did that, destroyed Orphan,
Your focus will be fulfilled.
So what? Who says it has to be?
Sarah asked us to save Cocoon before she turned to Crystal. Save it! And that's what we're gonna do. Sarah was trying to tell us how to complete our focus, and we have...
Allow me to help you see the truth of things. The moment you arrived, your friend wept crystal tears. This was because her focus required that you be brought together. That girl did nothing but assemble the tools for Cocoon's destruction. Did it never occur to you? Or did you simply refuse to countenance the thought?
I mean, he is pretty dumb.
You will not face the truth, then face the peril of your plight.
A bird.
Friggin' birds.
Run, let's see.
Oh.
See how stark reality is.
The bird is a spaceship?
Come on!
The bird is a spaceship.
I guess so.
Not for the first time, I'm not drunk enough for this game.
You didn't grab it.
Go
You
grab
orchard
it.
this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go grab it in the orchard.
The yoke's jammed! Knew it was a trap!
Something's coming.
I'm debating on it. Oh god, it's a... what
Not
the...
so fast, Lassie.
Oh, it's that asshole who exists.
It's Discount Sephiroth.
Told you didn't get killed by bullets.
Come on, Discount Sephiroth. Didn't we have a heart-to-heart like 2 streams ago?
No, clearly not.
Why does he get to live when Carl didn't?
I mean, maybe Carl's still alive. We don't actually know.
No, she's actually dead.
Ah, damn.
She never comes back the rest of the game.
My opinion of characters is, unless it is said that they are dead or shown that they are dead, they're not actually dead.
Clever, aren't you?
Clever girl.
Thank you, guy from Jurassic Park, whose name I'm forgetting.
There are a lot of guys in Jurassic Park.
Many of which
The
are
guy
dead.
with the guy with the cowboy hat.
Robert Muldoon was the character's name.
Thank you.
Clever girl.
The shield.
Intense music. Saz, you're the one driving. Keep your eyes on the road, dude.
But, what if no?
Did he just go inside the building?
Yes, he did.
Heh.
It's now carrying his child.
I mean, I would not put it past this game.
Yeah.
Why does every ship look like Curse of Dragon?
Like a piece of pulse.
Pulse? What, you mean like modem vestige? Something like that. It's close to Eden.
Yeah, well, what I don't understand is after the purge and all that Lassie paranoia, why keep a chunk of pulse under the floorboards?
Is this what the Primarch wanted us to see?
A place for Lassie to accept their fate.
Do you really think our focus is where Dysley said it is?
Dysentery.
You mean become Ragnarok?
Destroy the foul sea Eden and shatter Cocoon.
Become Ragnarok and kill the Pope. Okay, so it's either going to be Fang or... It's either Fang or Vanille.
Cocoon calling snow.
That's going to turn the rang around. Or Lightning. One of those three.
Daisley wants it to be.
Watch it be none of them.
Seems that way.
I mean, I know it's not Saz or Hope, because they both appear in the next game.
That doesn't make sense.
Which leaves Snow, Fang, Vanille, and Lightning.
Want to destroy Cocoon?
Maybe it's a Fal'Cie thing. You know what I mean? Some grand design we just don't understand.
The inscrutable plan of the gods.
Yeah.
Hey, Snow. Nothing from you?
No,
Snow is busy being depressed. Give him
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be the hero.
yeah. And plus, he was convinced that Sarah, who is his fiancée, who's Lightning's younger sister, was leading them the right way, but now the Pope just kind of smashed his feelings, because now it's like, maybe Sarah wasn't telling us to save Cocoon after all.
And you believe the Pope?
Snow is.
No, you're not even Christian.
Imagine.
I can't remember if it was when Jean Paul II was the Pope or if it was the guy after him, but my dad got to go in the Pope's office one time.
Didn't you say he stole a pen?
He was considering it.
Ah. You know, looking at the way she runs, isn't that Scabbard just constantly smacking her into her knees?
Ow, 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 ow.
I gotta apologize. It's like I was wrong.
About Sarah's focus. Not like you to second guess yourself.
Well, even heroes make mistakes.
Yeah, like letting Hope's mom die.
Yeah.
You're not a hero, you're a hobo. There's a difference. I know there's a lot of the same letters.
Your faith in Sarah was strong.
I mean, considering his group, his organization, well,
It was all
posse's
Yeah.
essential
You tried so hard to convince us
catchphrase
that
is
you
real
believed yourself.
heroes don't need
You've
plans.
been a total idiot. But still.
Finally, Snow and Lightning are
You trusted
having an actual conversation
Let that faith
Sure.
instead of just fighting each other constantly,
even made me
But I was enjoying
like
her,
in-laws.
but I enjoyed her punching him in the face.
We
Yeah.
all would. Unfortunately, that's not how plot works.
Yeah.
They have to actually improve.
Eat the crystal. Wait, I think I recognize that crystal thingy. Isn't that the things we collect in Balan Wonderworld?
Probably, yeah. We gotta feed it
I
to
was
the
gonna
Sims.
call it those things that you get in Tears of the Kingdom.
I want to say we're close to Eden, but it's hard
If
to
it's like the things you get in Tears of the Kingdom, eating that is a bad idea.
But no, you see, you get them in Balan Wonderworld and you feed them to the chicken things and they become bigger chicken things, and that accomplishes
Something.
something.
Watch the Balan Wonderworld LP when it comes out, people.
It's bound to be a ride.
Of all the LPs we've ever done,
You feel the need to apologize for this one.
yes. You all think you've seen
one of them.
you all think you've seen the Angry at Video Games.
I'm ready, waiting, and willing to hear you get angry at this game.
See, it's not the fun kind of me being angry at video games.
Yes, but I'm still going to find it absolutely hilarious. Those feel like buttons. I want to eat them.
We're still in Cocoon.
No.
Lick the button.
It's kind of creepy.
Also, no.
Look, a big shiny red button is one of my biggest weaknesses.
Oh god, the disco lights.
Oh, damn.
And then we all died.
And that's the game. Oh my gosh.
Thank God.
No, wait for it. This is even dumber.
Okay.
Robots.
Hello,
that's an encounter as well. Oh,
I am
frick.
C3PO, human cyborg relations, and this is my counterpart, R2D2.
What?
We're gay, but Disney won't let us spell that out.
Oh god, I remember I had this computer game in the 90s, Star Wars, where it was a bunch of stuff parodying Star Wars. And one of the things in it, like, they mentioned, like, the lost letters between C3PO and R2D2 during Empire Strikes Back.
Time for another approach.
The Bespin sun may be hot, but it may as well be a cold day on Hoth without you.
Yeah. I could accept either of them being just really good friends or them being gay. Honestly, I'm fine with either. I love them both.
Yep.
Why do they have to wipe C-3PO's memory?
See, if they were... So, in Rise of Skywalker, we get to the scene where, like, oh, we need you to translate the cursed Sith object, but to do that it'll wipe your memory. We got to that scene and I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually feeling emotions about C-3PO. This is amazing. And then, like, half an hour later, oh yeah, R2-D2 has a backup of his memories. I was like, damn it! You should have just gone balls in with it.
Yeah. The 5th arc. What happened to the other 4?
This place. It must be an ark.
Oh, really?
Ark?
That's what they called him.
Long ago, the Falcon
I think
made
Arc
the hologram
is
pulse
the secret summon in FF9.
Hmm.
And it's basically a big fuck-off warship that's implied to have belonged to, Garland.
Living weapons. And
If I'm
Makes sense.
remembering correctly.
And they hid
The word arc has so many different meanings to me that it's hard to keep them all straight.
So this is basic.
Arc is a character in a book I like. Neko Arc,
Most of us.
and the arc that Noah used.
And let's not forget the Ark of the Covenant.
And the Ark of the Covenant that melts your face off.
Although in this case, these arcs are training grounds for the Lassie.
Under our noses. Some secret they kept.
Yep.
Those Sanctum guys, what are they up to?
The story's not done. There's more.
They used to say the arcs had a more practical purpose.
Really?
Yeah, to force the sea to master their shiny new powers.
Okay, so I get it. Daisley's goal is to forge us into stronger weapons. Right.
Not Seath, but monsters all the same.
These are the goopy monster versions of them that fail.
Yep.
I see.
What was that?
More robots.
Well,
I'm D3PO, human cyborg relations. I'm E3PO, human cyborg relations.
We gotta keep moving.
I mean, there was that evil C-3PO that appeared at one point.
So I haven't watched all of the show Clone Wars. It's one of those things I occasionally watched with my dad when I was still living over there.
Yeah.
Or, like, would put on in the background when I was doing things. So I haven't watched all of it, but I remember at one point I was watching an episode, and,
Yo, it's the D20.
it's a D20.
Which is a bomb.
God damn it! That's not what... But Star has seen very little in the way of Star Wars, which is something I need to change later. But I would message Star whenever I was watching Star Wars related things, so she would get it out of context. And like, there's an episode where like they send C-3PO and R2-D2 to pick up a cake or something. And so I say something like, R2-D2 and C-3PO are on a shopping trip. And Star sends me back a text and she's like, they should get makeovers. 30 seconds later, they go into the droid cleaning thing and I'm like, God fucking damn it! That's literally what they're doing!
I watched like the first 8 episodes of season 1, and I was going to watch more, but then I got distracted and I haven't gone back to it.
It gets better. That said, I don't like the episodes that focus on, like, Anakin and Padme as much, or, like, Dooku, or basically most of the characters who show up in the movies, because it's like, gee,
We already know.
Anakin's in this place and he's in danger. I wonder if he'll get out. You know?
Yeah.
But like, when it's focusing on, like, the clones or other random-ass Jedi, it's like, I don't know these people. What's
Like
going to happen to them?
Like Ahsoka.
Exactly. Although I saw Rebels before I saw Clone Wars, so it's like, okay, yeah, I know Ahsoka lives, but I want to see her journey. I don't know what her journey is. I fucking know what Anakin and Obi-Wan's is.
Yes, but the thing is, you gotta watch Clone Wars and then Rebels if you want the full, like, timeline.
Yeah.
I watched, like, a solid chunk of Rebels, and then stopped watching it for some reason. I don't remember why. But I watched, like, a solid chunk of it.
Thrawn was canonized in it.
Yeah. Like, both the Clone Wars series and Rebels are considered canon.
Yep. They're both not terrible.
We really are being trained.
The original Clone Wars series was terrible. That's considered non-canon.
Yeah.
But the second take was much better.
That is not a fucking bomb. That is a D20 with delusions of grandeur.
Think of it like the bag of beans. It could explode in your face, could give you something nice, could spawn a giant pyramid with a mummy lord in it.
Maybe someday.
I really want to fight the mummy. Like, ever since I first read about the bag of beans, the mummy thing has stuck in my brain.
Every single time I use the bag of beans, the mummy lord is what I'm hoping for.
I am 100% with you on that.
Don't get me wrong, we'll be absolutely fucked if that happens, but I'm like, come on. Because, like, Raven gave it to me early in the campaign, and the entire time I've been like, mummy lord. Damn it.
What have you gotten out of it?
We got, well, the first time we got a treant, which is basically just an ent. And it ended up being friendly, so we called it Groot, and now it lives at the guild's garden.
Alright.
Second time we got another treant. This time it turned evil, but that's fine. We sicked it on basically the gnomes from Gravity Falls.
A wise choice.
That was a great session.
There was another one where we got a statue of Okasan that was insulting people.
Yeah, the statue of Okasan that shouted obscenities at Okasan about Okasan.
Yeah.
If you gave it pudding, would it be quiet?
No.
Okay.
And then lately we've been getting a lot of bullets, which is Landshark.
Which keeps pissing Raven off.
You just keep rolling the land shark.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're in a combat scenario, I'm gonna plant a bean. Okay, we now have an added Why did you do this, Lantern? Like, you gave me the bag of beans, I'm gonna use it.
I'm gonna steal the bag of beans and use it for my own nefarious purposes. I'm going to plant a bean right under Okosan's bed.
Which, considering he lives in a literal cage.
We're gonna have to do a session where we find Okasan again later,
Yeah, true.
but I have plans, TM, for that.
My only plan is, burb. I'm just bird up.
So yeah, now we can actually learn, for everybody, they can learn all the abilities, all the different classes.
Huh.
Yeah. The only thing is, really at this point, I don't know if it's worth it. Because they've been kind of built a certain way, they're not going to be able to do much after that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to suddenly make Hope, who's been dedicated magic user, the commando role. I'm going to develop what I have already.
And V is going to bed because they are
Okay.
very tired.
Okay, night V.
Yes.
Get the good seats.
And then there's me, who does not sleep.
What's sleep?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I think it's like a food or something.
I DM a session, one of you winds up with the Rod of Tentacle Monster. Raven's just like, why?
Give it to the burb.
Which burb? We got 3
Yes.
now.
Choose whichever one you think would be funniest.
There is actually going to be a second campaign going on eventually.
Yeah.
Basically, it's going to be starting at level 3. The gist of it is that it's still in the Shattered Isles, but in a way different section of the Shattered Isles.
Yep.
And, y'all are a bunch of criminals who've been tapped to be the local militia. There's no possible way this could go wrong.
That sounds amazing. I can legally be a criminal. Let's go.
In one of the sessions of the Smalls, we actually met Surratt's character for that.
Yep.
Like Surratt.
Well, I already made one criminal. Why not make another?
Like when Surratt was getting ready to run that session, he's like shooting back and forth with me. He's like, "Well, tread on too many toes." Of like, we introduce him early, and I'm like, "This will be fun." Everybody, when Surratt made this character for this campaign, like he pitches me this idea, and he's like, "Can I do this?" I'm like, "Everyone in the party will hate this character. I vehemently allow this."
I shall make Spamton G. Spamton.
Funny you should say that.
That PM Stamps is Surratt's character.
It's Spamton, isn't it?
Among other things, but...
God damn it. Alright, then I won't make Spamton. I'll make... Metaton.
Metaton is like my least favorite of the main cast of the original Undertale. I
vehemently disagree.
I want to punch him in his immaculate jawline.
That I can understand. I can make Napster play.
The friend.
How do you feel about a ghost possessing a suit of armor?
Find me some character creation rules for that, and then we'll talk.
It could just be like a reskinned Warforge.
True. That's actually what PM Stamps is. He is a Warforged.
Yep.
Fully Warforged party, let's go. Or it could just... I can make like a Warforged fighter that's just a ghost possessing a suit of armor.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, you thought your jail sentence went away after you died? Haha, no you don't. When we say 393 years, we mean 393 years.
And it's funny, like, again, I need to do a lot of planning for this campaign, but, like, Raven made one character for it.
Yep.
And then later he messaged me and he's like, can I make another character? I'm like, I'm playing 2 characters in your campaign. It's only fair. So he pitches me this idea for this character, and I'm like, you need to make him louder, you need to make him Britisher, and you need to give him more explosives. Can I give him a gun? I will be insulted if you don't give him a gun.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yes, Stamps is also heavily inspired by Harold Hill from The Music Man.
Yep. He got caught because Yuki dimension doored in front of him.
He tripped over a fox.
Yes.
Understandable. Well, now you got me thinking about doing a character that isn't a rogue, because all of my characters have been rogues so far.
Let me think. The current character loadout in Marshals is Artificer, Fighter, Paladin, Cleric, Redacted.
Sounds like you need a monk.
What the hell kind of crime did the monk commit?
Vehicular manslaughter. He accidentally punched a guy too hard, and it went through his chest. I could think of a bunch of things. No, I got it. He did a peaceful protest.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to DM you back and forth about this, because I can think of ways that this could work.
Like, it doesn't have to be like a Warforged or anything. I was just spitting ideas.
Yeah,
but
oh yeah, yeah.
The entire concept of a monk who got arrested for doing a peaceful protest.
I mean, the deep... Mage's character has been arrested for vandalism.
Yep.
The full details of that are going to be amazing.
Yep.
Because I'm a terrible human being.
And
You are a
extra
wonderful
terrible
human being.
girlfriend.
You are a wonderful human being, Lantern.
But, yeah...
That's a lot of plants.
Vile plume!
Actually, I think they're slugs.
I reiterate, Vile Bloom.
Vile plume was actually one of my brother's favorite Pokemon back in the day.
At least it's not Bulbasaur again.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur!
That's a solid Bulbasaur impression.
Bulbasaur!
My favorite from, like, the original Kanto series was Squirtle.
Squirtle was actually the first starter I went with back in the days of Red and Blue. And it's funny because, like, my neighbor got Pokemon, and, like, he'd gotten a Game Boy because I had one, but he got Pokemon before I did, and he showed it to me, and he started with Charmander. He's like, yeah, fire-breathing dragon. And so, like, I ended up getting Blue. I wasn't planning on getting Blue, but that's the one I got. And he's like, oh, you should start with Bulbasaur. It has this... It's totally super effective against my Charmander, and it has this awesome Razor Leaf move. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not stupid.
Water beats fire.
Yeah,
It always has and always will.
And also, Squirtle turns into a friggin' giant turtle with cannons.
Correct.
Squirtle, 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 Squirtle.
The Squirtle Squad is great.
Squirtle was... My sister didn't pay that much attention to Pokemon. She kinda has to now, because her kids fucking love Pokemon.
Yep.
I brought Pokemon last time I was visiting, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's fine. It's fine. I actually gave each of, I gave my niece and nephew each an old Pokemon card, and they're like, oh, you know Pokemon? I'm like, I was there when the Dark Lore was written.
I have a reprint of the original Squirtle card.
But yeah, Squirtle was my sister's favorite Pokemon, followed by Sandshrew, just because they're cute.
Sandshrew is cute,
Yeah.
objectively.
Mm-hmm. I remember for
It's absolute dog shit at everything, but it is cute.
I like a lowland Sandshrew. I don't know if it's any good, but I like it.
Oh, it is absolute garbage.
Okay.
It is objectively one of the worst ice types you could go with.
And ice types, I say this as someone who loves ice types.
They
Ice
suck.
types, from a competitive standpoint, aren't the greatest.
Technically speaking, Ice Bug is the worst combination. Which is why Snom and Frostmoth kind of suck. Snom, as a Pokemon, is adorable, and I love it. But in any way, shape, and form, it sucks at everything it does.
You know what? You know what ice-type Pokemon is hilarious?
Which one? I can think of several.
Ice Cube!
Ice Cube is so ridiculous. It gets sad when its head falls off.
It's friend-shaped.
It is.
Back me up.
Also, the dancing birds are back.
Yep.
These remind me of the... These guys kind of remind me of the black mages from FF9.
Yeah, a little bit.
Huh. FF9, a much better Final Fantasy game.
Yes, by a lot. I mean, sure, the graphics aren't as good as this game, but... That's like the only downside. Everything else about it is great.
We were considering doing FF8 this year for the Summer of the Square game. I'm curious to see how like you and V would react to that, because yeah,
Is FF8 the one with the train?
Doom Train is a summon.
Yeah.
Doom Train, Doom Train.
Although again, I'd like to see their reaction to 6.
6. I haven't beaten 6. I've only played a third of 6. 6 is amazing.
Yeah.
Let's get this
I-
over with.
I'm gonna take your word for it. Well, I think a monk does sound interesting. I would just have to deal with like key points or whatever it is.
I have bad luck every time I play Monk. Not that I've done it often. And I'm assuming it's a me problem. I know it's not the greatest class, but I've seen people pull it off well. So,
And, yep, FF6 has the suplex a train moment.
yep.
That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I could do like an astral self monk so I get more arms.
You can make your own Tien Shinhan.
Yes, I could.
Fuck Super Saiyans, fuck power levels, and fuck you! Shin Kiko!
I'm just going to make Tien, but slightly to the left. Vanille, stop doing missionary and get up.
Yeah, she got cursed, so she couldn't do anything.
Honestly, playing a monk does sound fun. I did see recently that that someone made a druid astral monk multi-class, and they just had a badger with human arms.
That's just courage in real life.
Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
Druid is my favorite class. That doesn't mean I'm any good at playing it. Druid has a lot of options, so like, oh yeah, right, I can do all the things. I just have to remember how they work.
Let me play a ranger. Do not let me play a ranger.
There was actually a subclass. So subclasses in 2nd edition were weird, and they were also like super duper optional. Whereas in 5th edition, they're like a core concept of the game. But there was a subclass of ranger in 2nd edition, the Greenwood Ranger. For the first several levels, you don't really get a benefit of this. But after a certain point, you do this ritual where you bury yourself in leaves and, like, fall asleep for a day. And when you wake up, you become a tree man. And you get all these powers, such as, like, natural armor class. You don't have to eat anymore, you just have to stick your feet in a bucket of water every couple of days.
This is permanent?
This is permanent. You can grow a 3rd arm temporarily and have like 3 attacks per turn.
This sounds great.
I know this because I still have my 2nd edition Ranger handbook on my bookshelf over there.
And I finally have a copy of the player's handbook, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's true. The pugilist class is like the monk, but better.
Yep. Which is what Okasan is mostly, and what Crandall is fully.
Yep.
I multi-classed into Warlock because I thought it was really, really funny.
Honestly, well, all I know about monks is that you have to use key points to do, like, anything.
Yeah,
and once you're out, you're basically useless.
I mean, you get a better unarmed strike than any other class, but, like, it doesn't get really good until 8th level, I want to say.
If you get brass knuckles, does that count as unarmed?
I think it can.
What's this sanctum up to?
11th level, okay.
Damn, maybe I getting arrested at a preschool protest does sound funny. I can make it a druid, I can make it like a tree hugger.
Yeah, which will be even funnier if it's...
Oh my god!
I could make a naturalist.
No, you see, we're laughing at things that we know.
Yep.
But
I
you
don't know
guys
anything.
don't.
Yes.
I know nothing. All I know is that becoming a tree hugger and being the most annoying vegan possible is something I'm willing to do.
Okay, Druid's not an easy class to start off learning, like Fighter honestly is, but like, it is a class I'm very fond of. So in terms of spells, it's not, the combat spells aren't straight up like, I'm gonna shoot that guy and damage it, it's more of like, I'm going to, if you're standing...
I'm gonna hold this guy in one spot for everyone else to hit.
Yeah, kind of. We have a lot of spiders over there.
Oh, lovely.
Should I take care of that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. We got the Dustbuster right over there if you need it.
I have hands.
I don't want you getting
I
dead.
could finally use my wizard illusionist concepts.
You know what? I'm gonna grab a shoe.
Okay. Just don't put a hole in the wall, please.
Gonna be one of my Crocs. If I put a hole in the wall with a Croc, I'm doing something horribly wrong.
Yeah. I want to check if I still have something in my D&D Beyond. Because I really hope I still have this character within my D&D Beyond.
Yeah. Did you get it?
Got him.
Cool.
Normally I'd be okay with them, but...
I mean, if they can get rid of some of the moths, that'd be great.
My browser is not supported. What do you mean? What does that mean? The browser isn't supported.
It might be you have to update your browser. I don't know. Or,
God damn it. Okay. I'll just do it later.
okay.
But I have a concept in my D&D Beyond that is just an illusionist wizard. He does not have any attacking spells. All his spells are illusion spells. I mean, it is a weird concept, and I named him Sir Malachi Sparrowson.
Sparrowson.
Is he actually a Luma?
I have no idea. He's just a bird.
Okay, because the Luma is basically a pigeon.
And they are canonically insane.
Yep.
But I have like a bunch of like character concepts that I don't know how they would work mechanically, but they exist.
See, I have, because I'm familiar with at least some of the D&D character classes, I have a bunch of characters that I'm like, I should play this sometime, and then circumstances wind up where I'm like, oh, none of my characters are right for this, it's time for me to make another new one.
It's like, I have one that's literally just a bard that plays an electric oboe. I don't know how that would work. But if you've seen an electric oboe, you know that's a valid weapon.
Sure, you could homebrew something to be an electric oboe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, back in 3rd edition, I had the idea for a bard who is armed with his mighty axe, which essentially functions as, like, a club that deals an additional 1d6 lightning damage because it's an electric guitar.
That tracks.
Lightning and mist.
Simply do the 1d6 damage. Let me think. Because now I have a bunch of character concepts that I'm thinking about. Honestly, I just like playing in a way that I can just do what I want to in a moment.
That's basically what Okasan is for.
My favorite way to play any game is hit hard, hit fast, and run away.
That's a very rogue mindset.
Yeah.
They're designed to get into like specific areas at specific times, hit really hard once, and then find someplace safe to be.
Exactly. It's like how my rogue killed 3 goblins in the span of 2 turns. That's for the other campaign I'm in.
In the other campaign I'm in with Sarat, I'm actually playing a rogue who is definitely not Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Somehow I feel like you're lying.
But because of circumstances that have happened in that campaign, Syzoth has chosen one person to just make his life miserable. To be fair, that guy has it coming.
Understandable.
I've tried poisoning him twice. It's been great.
Those are imps?
Apparently.
No, yeah, those are imps. Did you hear that laugh?
Yeah. It kind of almost looked like the Drakis from Dragon Quest.
The Drakis were more personable, and yet Sarat is playing a polar bear, and it's great. He's a polar bear wizard.
Yep.
Theodore the Mercurial.
I want to play like a warlock or a sorcerer or a wizard, but keeping track of that many spells is not my strong suit.
Warlock, you don't get a ton of spell slots per day, but they regenerate faster. Warlock plays weird. Sorcerer...
I love the concept of warlocks.
Like, when I hear people talk about playing caster, I feel like the one I hear most often is like, start with sorcerer, it's easier to learn. Wizard is more breakable, but...
Yeah. Spellcasters are never my strong suit. Unless the spells are hit A to cast a fireball, hit B to cast ice shield, stuff like that. The more clear cut something is, the more fun I have with it.
Okay, sorcerer may work for you then, because you learn a very limited number of spells. Well, a relatively limited number of spells compared to a wizard, where it's like, oh, you find a spell, put into your spell book. You have to choose which spells to prepare that day, yada yada. And likewise, cleric and druid, you have to do something similar. With sorcerer, it's like, oh, you only know 6 spells at this level, for instance. And you get this many of this slot a day, this many of this slot a day. So, like, you have, like, your options that you picked out, and it's just like, okay, sticking with these. When I learn more spells, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
The more complicated something is, the less fun I have with it.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I have
the only exception is games, because I really enjoy puzzle games. I could make something about puzzles. I could make the puzzler, who is definitely not just the Riddler.
That feels like it would be a bard or an artificer.
Exactly. I also had a concept for a College of Eloquence bard who was just a politician. And I made him a lizard folk.
That is a viable option.
A politician going to jail, that's not realistic.
Well, we're out in, like, the Wild West.
We're essentially, like, space Madagascar kind of thing. Well, it's fantasy Madagascar.
Basically, the part of the Shattered Isles that Marshall's is going to take place in, we are so fucking far off the map. Like, a big part of the setting of the Shattered Isles, it's all these big floating rocks in the sky, and, like, they have these lighthouses run by dragons holding them up. We're in a place that's, like, newly discovered that doesn't have a lighthouse for some reason, and isn't that odd, and it's kind of hard to teleport around, and so, like, people set up, like, some new colonies to start a new life. You could be, like, a renegade politician who was dubbed too extreme by his rivals and then jailed.
That does sound fun, and I could be Lizard.
I have so many ideas for Sorcerer, and I have yet to play any of them.
There's also this other concept I had for just a really buff guy living in the mountains. Who, I forget if... No, I made them a barbarian, I think.
That tracks.
Yeah.
And they used a war pick as their main weapon.
Not an optimal choice, but okay.
It was more for flavor than optimal. Like, they mined in the mountains. But the more we talk about this, the more I'm liking the concept of the lizard politician. Name him, Zark Muckerberg. Or something. I don't actually remember if I had a name for the guy. I might have. Oh, I can check. What am I talking about?
Well, one of my favorite sorcerer concepts I've come up with, and again, I haven't had a chance to play this idea yet. Someday. So one of the sorcerer subtypes that has a chainsaw.
Yeah, probably shoot off fireworks early.
The Georgia car is on the move for once.
Yeah.
Weird. So, there's a sorcerer subclass called the Clockwork Soul, where basically they're empowered by the forces of order. My idea for a sorcerer. They were a petty bureaucrat. They were incredibly anal about filling out everything in triplicate. They filled out TPS reports. Everything had to be just so. They were so anal about the forces of bureaucracy that they actually became like an avatar for the forces of order and gained magical powers.
That sounds amazing. Okay, so you need this Simon triplicate buried for 2 years, dug back up, put through a shredder, reassembled, sign in triplicate again, and then have your mother kiss it.
Yes.
And then we're going to reject it.
Isn't that essentially the creatures from Hitchhikers?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is what I was referencing.
Oh, okay. My main exposure to that is just one of the movies.
I love Hitchhikers.
The books are great. It's been a while since I've read them. They're on my Kindle. I should reread them.
I own all of the books.
Nice.
I didn't read the one by the Artemis Fowl guy.
Oh, Owen Colfer?
Yeah.
I have a solid... Oh, I love Artemis Fowl. Like, that is my Harry Potter. That's the series I grew up with.
Like, I know the Artemis Fowl guy wrote a sequel to Mostly Harmless just because Douglas Adams was dead and Mostly Harmless ends on a fucking depressing note.
Yeah.
This'll be interesting.
I really do like Owen Colfer's work. It's well written.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I think
The original Artemis Fowl series, great. The sequel series could use a little work, but it's getting there.
I'm trying to remember if Griffin read those. I wouldn't be shocked. She's a voracious reader in general.
As am I. I have long said one of my only skills is the ability to speed read.
Oh god, I was trained to do that. Like back in my prime, I could read like a 1,000-page book in an afternoon.
I read, what book was it? I'm trying to remember what book it was. The Curious Case of the Dog in the Nighttime. 3 times during the space of like 2 hours. Because everyone was taking it so goddamn slowly.
I got a copy of that book and I started to read it and I was like, it wasn't grabbing me, so I never finished it. Granted, I didn't get very far in it because I was reading it at work at the time, so...
Yeah, I mean, I personally really liked it. One of my favorite books actually came from my English class.
Which one?
Tangerine. It's a really good book, to me at least. It's about a kid who is basically blind, navigating through, like,
And we just crashed.
a new school and new life and stuff.
Let's see how far back that took us, because that might mean we have to do a lot more of stuff. Weird that that suddenly crashed when we've, like, had no problems with that up until now. Let me get back into game first, see how far back we are. Otherwise, it might be a case of, like, I could do that off screen.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, that took us way back.
Oh no.
Yeah, that took us way back. I didn't save in time, I guess. Okay. So I guess we can just end this a little prematurely because this is going to be a boring thing to have to sit through for another hour.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll end the stream early tonight. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who did come out, though. We, as always, we do appreciate you. And if you're watching this on the YouTube, hello there. We have a Discord. Feel free to come hang out in it.
Yep.
Yes, it's a very good Discord. I like it here.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely do not abuse my mod powers. Nope, not one bit.
You don't, really.
No, I don't. That was the joke.
Yeah. We've kind of gotten bored with abusing mod powers, frankly.
Yeah.
There are only so many times you can change someone's nickname before it's like, okay, we get it.
Yeah. Or somebody gets upset.
Mhm.
Oh, well.
Anyway, we will be back again next week. Same Final Fantasy time, same final... Well, it depends on what happens with my family, I guess.
Yeah, because Lantern's parents are going to be visiting sometime this week and further. Who knows when.
Yeah.
On top of that, Lantern's still waiting to hear back when he starts his new job, so...
Mm-hmm. Again, the guy running the place like, whenever he opens his mouth, it sounds like Jason from The Good Place, which I love. Like, he knows his shit, but it's just like, I must not laugh at new boss, because I'd like to stay employed, and he seems like a cool guy. I will say, if anyone at that job suggests Molotovs, it's gonna be me.
Molotovs. I appreciate explosives.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, until next time, take care, everybody.
Later.
Bye.